Not investing your money could be the biggest mistake that you're making. If you've been scared to invest, then this video is a wake up call that you probably need. Welcome to the Wealth Twin Show. Let's jump into it. Nicole, why could not investing be the biggest mistake people could be making with their money?
Well, I think it could be one of the biggest mistakes because you're not taking advantage of something that could be the greatest wealth building tool that we have at our disposal.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're thinking about the future and how you can use wealth to actually make your life better, then not taking advantage of something that can help you build it is just something that you should not be doing because it's not in your best interest. Now, I know a lot of times when people think they get older, they might think that their family's going to come there to help them. Maybe their children, maybe other relatives. But when you're doing that, you're hoping and wishing for something that may not happen.
Now, I know many people will give you the reasons why you may regret investing would be you're missing out on compound interest, you're missing out on calculated risk. Sometimes that doesn't hit. So I'm going to give you a reason why I think should hit differently. Now, people say that money can't buy happiness, right? But what I will tell you is that money will buy you choices that you could be happier with, okay? So you don't have to settle for the options that are just thrown at you. Now, the reason I say this is because I know a lot of people are more comfortable with saving, right? When you're saving for the present and your immediate future. But when you start putting money into investment accounts, that is saving for your future self and giving yourself a better chance.
Now, I want to get more into these choices. I touched a little bit about it when it came to relying on family members to help you,
Mm-hmm.
right? When it comes to choices on top of just having more money at your disposal, you have a better choice of where you will be living at the time when you actually need the money that you
True.
invested. You have a choice of better health care when you have more money at your disposal. And you have a more choice of the food and the quality of living that you have if you use investing to help you get those choices. Again, when it comes to family too, I mean, yes, I have kids. I'm hoping that they would do right by me. I'm hoping that I do right by them now, but I cannot guarantee that. We're now, a lot of us at this age in our 40s and 50s, even older, we're in what's called the sandwich generation. That means we're at the same point where we're raising children, working, but also taking care of our parents who are still living. That right there is a financial situation that's tough for anyone. Having to split your money between three different groups, even if you want to do right by them, is hard. And I don't see this trend actually slowing down as more people are living longer and having kids at a later age. So even if your kids want to take care of you, they might not be financially able to. So whatever you can do to actually help them and bridge some of that like financial responsibility, you have to do it to make it easier on everyone.
Now, I might hear you guys say, hey, Nadia and Nicole, that's fine, but I still don't feel comfortable investing. Now, I will say something to you to help change your mind about that. Think about how many people you know who have a lot of cash on hand, right? Are those people doing well in their later years or doing as well as you want to do in your later years? Probably not, because you have to do stuff in order to keep that cash coming in. When you are investing, it's like having a partner build money for you. Okay. So that money is working in the market or working in any investment. And you don't have to be in just the stock market. You could be in real estate. You can choose whatever investment vehicle you want. But that's like having an extra partner building wealth for you. So when you're not able to work or you can't work, that money is still doing what it needs to do to bring money into you. So you don't have to worry about bringing that cash in all the time. You would be amazed about the amount of money that flows through a person's hands through their working career. But if you don't invest, you will have nothing to show for all the money that you made while working because that had all got spent in the present time in the immediate future. If you want to show what you worked so hard for years, you have to start investing so they can build wealth for you.
Now, I want to touch upon this savings, right? There's really only two ways that you can save money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either you lower your expenses or you make more money.
Yeah.
Each one of those, that money that you have saved is attached to the time of you working, okay? There's a limit to how long you can actually work during the day, during the year, during the years of working, okay? Because you have a finite amount of time. We all get 24 hours in a day. You have a finite amount of time that you can actually make money. So there's a finite amount of money that you can actually make by either saving through cutting expenses or by making a lot of money. Yes. At one point, yes, you can make a ton of money working, but that's not the majority of people, right? You want to find a way, and investing allows you to do this, to start separating your time from the money that you can make. Like Nadia said, it's a partner. You're using your money by buying assets, and those assets start creating more money for you. That's not what you can do if you're just saving in a bank. Even if the bank is giving you 4% in terms of interest, it dwarfs in comparison to what the potential is that you can have when you're investing over a long period of time. I also want to say when it comes to saving and investing, a lot of time people don't understand this is not an either or situation that you have to do. It's not that you have to save or invest. Nadia and I both believe that you should be saving and investing at the same time. They're both good things for you to do for your financial future and also for your own safety, but they're also for different purposes. Saving should be for emergency savings and also for liquidity. And when it comes to investing, that should be for longer term for you to take care of your future self and your future needs.
If I think about savings and investing, savings is where you start as a beginner, right? You have to build up that discipline when it comes to managing your money, sacrificing at times in order to reach a financial goal, right? But if you want to level up in this money game, you have to start investing. Now, I don't know about you, but I know what happens to me. Whenever I really try to start saving, I'm really diligent about it. Sometimes something's going to come, knock you down, and eat up all your savings, right? And if that is all you have to go fall back on, you're always going to be starting back from zero. But I also have investment accounts. When you start investing, you're giving yourself breathing room to know if something does knock my savings down, at least I have this pot of money over here that's continuing to grow for me and it's doing the work that I need it to do. So when I do need it, it's there for me.
I think people need to understand how inflation also affects your money and your
Yes.
purchasing power as well. When you save and not invest, you're not keeping up with inflation. Okay. And I can say probably with 95, 99% sincerity, the cost of living that we're having is only going to increase. But the money that you have, if it does not keep up with inflation, it will not give you the same ability to buy the things you can buy today as you would be able to buy the things you can tomorrow. Investing allows you to at least be competitive with inflation over a longer period of time so that you can have something that allows you to keep some purchasing power in your hands. If you don't, just looking at the money of today's money and thinking it's the same as tomorrow's money, you're making a huge mistake with that.
Now you may be saying to yourself, hey, twins, I save, but I also put money into my retirement accounts. Now I'm going to tell you a reason why that probably is not the only thing that you should be investing in. The main reason why is this: those retirement accounts were not meant to cover your full salary for the next 20, 30 years after you retire. Okay. You're not putting in 100% of your salary. So, how do you expect it to cover 100% of your living expenses? You need to have something else that bridges what you have in those retirement accounts versus what you need in order to cover your living expenses. That's when using other accounts take place, right? You need a brokerage account. You need probably an HSA if you don't have it, especially if you have more healthcare costs going into the future, right? You need these accounts to help you make sure you have all your needs covered and don't really have to compromise your lifestyle once you retire. So don't think, "Oh, I'm just saving in my retirement accounts. I'm doing the basic and my job is matching it." That's good, but guess what? You could do better because you need to make sure that you're fine when the time comes after you retire.
Another reason why the retirement accounts are just not enough is because you can't access them until 59 and a half, right?
Exactly.
So, what if you have some emergency need now? What if you need to take care of something that requires a large part of your money, but the money that you're trying to go after is in your retirement accounts? Are you willing to take that penalty? And if you are, do you understand the consequences that can happen to your future self because you took that money out early? You need a bridge account that allows you to access money that you have invested that does not penalize you for taking out early, that you can also use as a supercharged savings account. Okay. Now, Nadi also mentioned something about an HSA account. As we get older, we can just safely assume, especially you have on a typical American diet, our healthcare needs are going to increase. There are special accounts like the health savings account that can be used as an investment account to help you save help you save for your health needs in the future. Why not take advantage of that so that you know it's coming up in the future? Why not take advantage of something that allow you to supercharge your health savings? That's not a use it or lose it account like a FSA. This is not the same as a flexible spending account. This is an investment account that you can use to save for healthcare needs. And it's also one that's tax advantage in terms of you use pre-tax money to put into that account. The money grows tax free, right? And then when you pull that money out for medical expenses, you're not taxing that money as well. This is something that if you qualify for it and it fits your needs, you should definitely be using it to help you save for your health needs in the future. None of these are things that you normally would do if you're just investing in your retirement account. Now, the third point that Nadia mentioned was, oh, how can this supplement a part of your income? How can that supplement all your income? I know the next one will be, well, I have Social Security. Did you know the average amount that people are getting in Social Security is about 1,900 a month? And the max that you can get if you've been putting into Social Security since the age of 22 and you retire at the age of 70 and you really have no history of unemployment, the max you can get is 5,000 a month. Now, 5,000 a month might sound good, but you're going to be working up until the age of 70 and you should have been working nonstop since the age of 22. You cannot also use Social Security as a way to say, this is what's going to cover my cost of living needs, because Social Security was never supposed to be that as well.
Now I agree. And I think like what we're basically trying to tell you guys is that investing allows you to have a plan for your future and for your financial goals. And I'll just say it from my point of view. When I was comfortable enough to retire early, it only came after I had been investing for a while and that investments were paying me passive income, right? That is not possible to happen if you don't start investing your money. Okay. You cannot make passive income or at least enough to live off of if you're just putting your money in a savings account and you're wishing you're hoping. If you truly want your own time freedom and you truly want to reach financial independence, you have to have assets will pay you money that you don't have to use your time for. Okay. In order to do that, you have to invest the money that you have coming in now so those assets can continue to grow and pay you enough money as passive income to cover your living expenses. I was a very high saver. Okay. I was at one point saving 75% of my paycheck, but I did not feel comfortable retiring early and leaving the workforce until I had investments that were able to cover my living expenses without needing me to be able to work for the money that was coming in. So that's just for the people who are really dreaming about financial independence and time freedom. You have to start investing earlier rather than later.
I mean, for me, I'm coming from just life experience. The reason why Nadia and I are so passionate, especially me, so passionate about teaching people how to invest is because I've seen it when my parents got older and they
Mm.
didn't have the savings and they didn't have investing and they didn't have the health. I keep investing and learning how to invest money right up there with taking care of my health because I know the difference it can make 20, 30 years from now. If you can do anything that's possible, and we're trying to spread the message of learning how to invest and taking that time out now to learn how to do it while you do have time on your side, while you still are working to do what you got to do to take care of your health and take care of your finances, because they make such a difference when you do, and your future self will thank you. Okay. Because if you don't, I've seen what life is like when you don't have those things in order. And I didn't want that for myself. And I don't want that for Nadi. And I don't want that for anybody that can find this video and learn how to do it. And with that, if one of the reasons why you're scared to invest is because the language of investing is intimidating, I want to give you a free guide called the 25 Must Know Investing Terms. At least with that, you can start getting the language of investing under your belt. And that might be what you need to just start your investing journey. If you want that guide, just please look at the link down below in the description.
Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because we purposely did not give you the textbook reasons or why you shouldn't invest or why you should be investing like compound interest and risk management and everything like that because we know sometimes that goes over people's heads, right? But what we're trying to do is tell you from our personal perspective and what we saw, you will regret not investing. So start now instead of waiting for that regret to hit you in the future and say, man, I should have listened to the twins early. Yep. Be your own best friend because it's a lot easier for you to save yourself now than wait until you're not able to do it later. Okay.
Yep.
So, guys, we hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
And share this video with someone you care about.